Mahashi's Global Family Chat. News of rising invincibility around the world. This is the news everyone needs to understand how the trends of time are changing towards peace and prosperity. Mahashi's Vedic technologies, transcendental meditation and its advanced program Yogic Flying are being implemented globally. Just the square root of 1% of the population practicing yogic flying together in a group is enough to raise the levels of harmony and coherence in the collective consciousness for the whole population. Enjoy the news of enlightenment dawning for every individual, invincibility for every nation, and peace for our dear world. Jai Gurudev, welcome to Mahashi's Global Family Chat on the 12th of November 2016. This evening we have two beautiful videotapes of Mahashi. Mahashi explaining that the collective consciousness is the determiner of the quality of government in every country, that the government is the innocent mirror, the reflector of the collective consciousness in every country. And Mahashi emphasizes that we who have the technology of yogic flying and the TM City program are very, very fortunate, and the whole world is very fortunate because, as Mahashi says, without any extra effort in the process of gaining enlightenment ourselves, we can create invincibility, peace for our nations. It's very, very fortunate. So these two videos, the one is from 1978 and the other is from 2002, a global press conference. They both have their titles, so let's go ahead and watch them both one after another. Mahashi's timely inspiration for Swiss citizens of the Age of Enlightenment to become Siddhas now. Seelisberg, Switzerland, 18th of October, 1978.
Jai Gurudev. Bells of invincibility. This is the time for all the meditators and all the initiators and all the governors of the age of enlightenment and all the ministers of the world government of the age of enlightenment to ring the bell of invincibility for every nation. And this bell of invincibility we have been ringing from the beginning of the year. And now is the time really that invincibility of every nation is being demonstrated in the world. The situation is that the governors of the age of enlightenment are now bent upon freeing every nation from the problems of fear that has arisen out of the stress in national consciousness. In so many parts of the world, there is unrest, there is fear of violence, there is terrorism, there is guerrilla warfare, all kinds of internal and external disturbances are prevailing in many parts of the world. And now this is a great challenge that the pioneers of the Age of Enlightenment, the governors of the Age of Enlightenment have accepted on the path of their own enlightenment. The beautiful knowledge given to us by Gurudev has given us the mechanics of transforming the world, taking the world from the state of fear and problem and suffering to the state of harmony, coherence, happiness, and fulfilling progress. And this is what the governors of the Age of Enlightenment have started to produce, especially in those areas of the world where coherence was low, where violence was high. So the tide of time is turning from a high-level tide of violence to a high-level time of coherence in national consciousness. This the governors of the Age of Enlightenment are demonstrating in Central America especially. And now the governors of the Age of Enlightenment are moving towards Middle East and Far East. So the knowledge given to us by Gurudev is not only bringing enlightenment to the individuals in all parts of the world, but is also enabling those individuals to eliminate the basis of stress and incoherence and violence. What is extremely necessary is that everywhere the governors of the Age of Enlightenment are found in every country. In every part of the world, governors of the Age of Enlightenment are found, and on that basis will be the perpetual state of harmony and happiness, which we say sunshine of the Age of Enlightenment. It's very fortunate that there are enough meditators in the world, enough number of people who are practicing transcendental meditation, and those fortunate people in society have only to add 10 minutes to their morning and evening meditation, and the result will be reconstruction of the environment. The environment which is incoherent now will become coherent, inharmonious environment. Threats from violence, disharmony, this state of unrest and terrorism that is harassing life everywhere will completely be neutralized in such an automatic manner that it will be a surprise to all of us that in so many parts of the world there was so much of fear and terrorism and violence, and now suddenly everything seems to be renewed. The same situation that within a few minutes the darkness of the night, the pitch dark nights, they become the dawn and the bright day. This is what the TMCD program is capable of accomplishing in every society. And particularly Switzerland, this is the land of peace. The very word Swiss is such a harmonious, peaceful word. It has no hardness in it, completely melting. Swiss. Just Swiss. The land of Swiss where everything is silence, where everything is silence, where everything is sweet silence. The land of all peace and harmony, and there is no hardness, particularly in such a land. It's very fortunate that we have enough meditators in this land of peace, in this land of perpetual peace, that the meditators of Switzerland all together can create a very high level of coherence in the world's consciousness, so that at the blessing of Switzerland, the whole world consciousness will be purified for all time to come, and the world will be enjoying the sunshine of the age of enlightenment. The only thing is that we want as many siddhas as possible, as soon as possible. That is the reason why, now that we have seen the people can begin to fly in a short time, we have curtailed all the long time procedures to learn the siddhis. And also, the simplicity of the program has been increased to such an extent that now those who do not have time from their responsibilities of daily life, those who cannot take leave because of their business or service, they don't have to take leave now to become a siddha. Just an hour or two every weekend, good enough to become a siddha now. It is the need of the time that has compelled us to try this very short way to perfection in the field of consciousness. It's in the same process of research in which we are creating coherence in the collective consciousness of nations now. Till now we have been talking in terms of 1,000 cities losing crime, criminal tendencies and accidents and sickness. We have been talking of that 1% effect. But now we are talking in terms of invincibility to the nation. We are talking of eliminating violence from this beautiful planet of ours. We are talking of world harmony. We are talking of cultural integrity. We are talking of all those fantastic values in the family of nations which have been a sweet dream of all our ancestors. It's a very fortunate thing that this knowledge is handed on to us, and we are always very, very grateful to the holy tradition, to the tradition of the Vedic knowledge, that we can, without any extra effort, in the process of gaining enlightenment ourselves, create a beautiful world, an ideal society, and a problem-free nation. It's very, very fortunate that at this time of great need for a collective momentum for eliminating the negativity from the world's atmosphere, the need is great, and now the knowledge is in our hands. It's very important that every single person who is practicing transcendental meditation, he should know that he only is competent to share the responsibility of creating harmony in the world, because he only can do it. Others who do not practice transcendental meditation, they should be asked to start practicing so that within a few months they also can create coherence in the collective consciousness. But those who are practicing TM must take off an hour, 2 hours every weekend and start TM Siddhi program. It's not only the responsibility of the individual to become enlightened himself and be free from stress and strain and enjoy perfect health, but also it is the responsibility of every individual now to do something so that the collective consciousness of the society also becomes coherent and free from stress and strain. Fortunately, in our program, both the things are accomplished in one stroke. Enlightenment to the individual and invincibility to the nation. Both these beautiful goals of life are accomplished in one stroke. TM and 10 minutes added to TM program for TM Siddhis. And learning of it has been made so easy, so simple, and therefore let us all become Siddhas very, very quickly and eliminate any future chance of eruption of non-peace in this beautiful land of perpetual peace, Switzerland. So let us ring the bell of invincibility and start the TM Siddhi program very soon and raise the nation to invincibility. Jai Guru Dev. Now we can start from this declaration of invincibility to Switzerland. Are there any questions from any center?
There was one question, Maharishi, from all the meditators, but I think you answered it. And it was about the urgency and what should we do in order to get there? And what sacrifice should we do and what sacrifice should we not do?
We do not sacrifice anything. On Saturdays or Sundays, we come out to have a walk and talk. No sacrifice. It's all adding to our unboundedness that we gain through TM every day. Absolutely no sacrifice. We are not going to become sannyasis to make the nation invincible. We are remaining what we are. If we are sannyasis, fine. We are not going to become householder to make the nation invincible. And if we are householders, we are not going to become sannyasis to make the nation invincible or to gain enlightenment. We will gain enlightenment here and now, whatever we are, wherever we are going to gain enlightenment, and in the process of gaining enlightenment ourselves, in the process of enjoying perfect health ourselves, we are going to make the nation invincible as a byproduct of our joy of enlightenment. We will be bubbling in bliss and the nation will be smiling in invincibility. Nature will smile and the smile will spread throughout Europe, throughout all the continents of the world.
It's very good to hear you speak like this because we heard a lot of alarming rumors, so to say.
This reality now, you know, is not alarming and it's not a rumor. It's very satisfying, it's very pacifying, it's very harmonious, and it's the reality of the day. Now you are faced with the reality, and now you have to entertain a greater reality, invincibility for the nation in this land of perpetual peace, Switzerland. It's very beautiful. You made me very happy by collecting all in every center.
It does very happy.
It's very great, beautiful. And when you finish your TMCD training, you will all come here and ring the bell of invincibility in this parliamentary hall of the world government of the age of enlightenment.
Good.
And come for that as soon as possible. Jai Guru Dev.
A world of peace and happiness. Meru, Holland. Mahashi's weekly global press conference, 31st of July, 2002.
Is it really possible for your knowledge to create heaven on earth?
Now I would say yes. All this, I started to call this heaven on earth, to create heaven on earth, for about 10, 12 years now. But now I see that the heaven on earth is quite at hand, is quite near us, because there are concept of two governments have come to us. One is man-made government, constitution of man-made constitution, which is running each government. But there we see all these weaknesses and problems existing everywhere. Then we found a government which is free from mistakes, which is full of diversity, which is full of order, infinite order, in infinite diversity. We are drawn to that government, and we are tempted to have that as our government. Government of natural law, which governs the infinite diversity of the universe with perfect order. So we got this sense dawned in us after about 40 years of teaching individual like that. And then the world consciousness became pure. And suddenly we thought, yes, there is a possibility of a very concrete government administering the big, huge, galactic diversity with perfect order. So why not go for that thing? And that we found inside everyone, consciousness of everyone, on that level where this cosmic administration is continuing all the time. So we said, all right, this transcendental meditation, which we started to teach so many years ago, and now it has opened that gate of that flattened wholeness, absolute order with which the government of nature administers the universe. Then we grabbed on it. It's not possible for us to dismantle the man-made constitution. That will be taken care of by future generations. But at least in this generation, we could create some groups which will be the reflector kind of. Somewhere the sun shines, but we put a reflector and we can send the light wherever we want to send in darkness. So like these reflectors will be these groups here, there, everywhere. These 3,000 groups about this whole thing. We are talking about these 3,000 groups. And this is being organized by the but the great ministers of the global country of world peace. And Dr. Rajaram is the greatest scientist of the world, who has seen consciousness permeating through all the physiological structures in creation. It's a big, huge discovery, but these scientific discoveries, where do they reach? They don't reach. They don't reach. Rajaramji's discovery about this Vedic mantras, Vedic hymns, structuring the whole human physiology. For the last how many years he has been doing that? How much the scientific world has adopted it. So the whole thing is very, very closed monster as far as the world consciousness is concerned. But it doesn't matter. Even in the pitch dark of the midnight, there is a hope for the dawn, and the dawn comes, and it does come, and it does come, and does come. So we are here. Now it's not a matter of my convincing the people. It's no more convincing the people. It's no more convincing the people. I'm addressing the press today, not convincing them to do anything, but to take notice of the event that is turning the tide of time. Time is taking a turn from problems to solution, from suffering to peace, to bliss, from poverty to affluence. Poverty to affluence. I am alerting the press to just watch what is happening. Watch what is happening. And record it if you like. This is this time, whatever century you call, or whatever Kali Yuga you call, whatever. But this is the time, a change of the quality of change, quality of time. Quality of time. Suffering is to be replaced by peace, by happiness. Suffering is to be replaced by peace, by happiness, all those things. Pressed to take note of the bells that are ringing. It's the dawn of a time of a better world. All this crisis of destruction and all that, it's going to disappear, it's going to disappear. It's not going to last long. Those who are the victims of that will have their own judgments. It's not going to be a lasting thing in the world. What will be lasting is the light of God, the light of peace, the light of happiness, bliss. These values are going to blossom more and more for the joy of the writers to report nice things. I'm sure the press people, when they have to report all these not very right things, then they don't feel much good, because they are also living people. They also have hearts, they also have their children, they also have their all this whole world of their own. They don't like to report, but this is what they see and this is what they report. So the good time for the press is coming. Good time for the press is coming. The bells from heaven are starting to ring. So the greatest scientists of today, the greatest educators of today, the great leader among the mayors of the cities, And now the parental role of the poor farmers is going to come in picture and take charge of their own affairs on their own level. And global country of world peace is coming to help them. This is not the help that the nations have been receiving so far under the pressure of these moneyed people, putting them under pressure of what they call it, fasting. You do fasting, you reduce your you reduce your governmental this thing. Very childish plans for the world economy. Balanced world economy is to rise. Balanced world economy. And fruitfully, cosmically enjoyable politics is going to rise, and this will be in the administration of the global country of world peace. Global country of world peace is a country of enlightened people. All the peaceful, loving, enlightened people of the world are the citizens of this great global country of world peace. And the administration of this will be from the global constitution, what you call it, cosmic constitution of natural law. That is going to prevail. That is the will of God in some other kind of language. And this is in this scientific natural law, in the language of science, total brain functioning in the name of this education language. All the good that every religion has ever taught is going to be exemplified in the life of the people, and all those religions who are a mockery to the light of God are going to extinguish, finished. These religions who are fighting for God, it's such a shame. Coherence, peace will prevail, and man will be in the light it is expressed in the world. Man made in the image of God. Very realistic expression for the cosmic level of mankind. And cosmic level of mankind is mankind. Other levels are what? Underdeveloped. Underdeveloped are called children, underdeveloped. Yet in the growing. I think we rejoice in the light of God, we rejoice in the light of peace, happiness, and we advise the people, this is the path to go. If you think you can be better off, come this way, or if not come today, you will come tomorrow, but this is the royal road we are establishing for you, we have established for you for all times. So this will be available to you, whether you like it today or tomorrow or whenever. So this is a great hope for all future of mankind.
Beautiful. Maharishi brought out the realization that there are two levels of administration of a nation. The one is the level of man-made constitution, which is full of mistakes and has to be implemented with police and all military. The other is the administration of cosmic administration. That is, on the basis of the constitution of the universe, which is administering the entire universe with problem-free and without any mistakes. It's full of infinite order, Maharishi said. And this is the level of administration of the global country of world peace. It is implementing, enlivening that level of infinite order that is inherent in the universe, the whole universe, every particle, every dot of the universe. And it's enlivening that through all Maharishi's programs. And this is why Maharishi like to call the Rajas, the expert administrators of the global country of world peace, Raja of invincible America, Raja of invincible France, Raja of invincible Russia, Raja of invincible Australia. Always invincible, because this alludes to that level of administration which is cosmic, which is invincible. And that is the responsibility of the Raja and of every one of us, all Maharishi's global family, to enliven that level of constitution of the country, which is the constitution of the universe, which is invincible, which is always administering the infinite diversity of the ever-expanding universe without mistakes. That is our duty, and that we are doing more and more successfully, fortunately, and this is giving rise to tremendous transformations in the world, in all nations everywhere, as those nations get transformed from what they have been, full of mistakes and corruption and violence and problems, to more and more harmonious. So this is a beautiful vision that Maharishi has given us of the enlivenment of natural law in every nation in the world. And for this, as Maharishi said, we are always grateful to the tradition of Vedic masters and to Gurudev. And for this, we are always ringing the bell of invincibility for every nation. Jai Gurudev.
Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Heaven on earth, heaven on earth, heaven on earth. Heaven is descending, descending on the earth. Light of God is bringing